What's good with y'all, man? Just came from the gym. Today was push day. You know, I was in there for like a good hour 45 minutes. I know I'm gonna be sore tomorrow. I just want to share some information. Thanks for coming to the Dad Bod Fitness Podcast and just tell my story of how I dealt with difficult people. You know, I consider myself to be a nice person, or try to be nice. You know, I'm very friendly. But like if I don't like you, or you know, if there's something I don't like or something on my mind, I'm just gonna hit you right between the eyes. I don't know why I am that way. I'm very 0 or 100. My sister's the exact same way. I think that's where I get it from, in all honesty. But you know, I say what's on my mind pretty much. And when you're at work and you're dealing with difficult people, that can get you in a lot of trouble. That'll cost you money, you know. If you're outside of work, it's like, you know, if it doesn't get physical, it doesn't really matter what you tell people, as long as you're not, you know, being like racist or attacking nobody for, you know, their religious beliefs or nothing like that. But you know, the consequences are limited. But at work, you know, the stakes are high. And I applaud Jocko Wilink's extreme ownership. How I did it specifically, one of the best examples of this, I had just started with this mortgage company, and I was transferring all these calls. I think it was for like deeds or something like that. I think it was for like deeds and for letter of guarantees. I was just transferring all these phone calls. So I'm transferring over all these phone calls, and they're getting on my case because, you know, my transfers are high and I didn't have access to the software. They told me that they were going to give it to me. They never did. And I didn't say anything. I could have been like, you should have did this, or you told me that. All I did was say, you're right, I should have got this taken care of. My software wasn't working. Who do I report? You know, who do I go to with these kind of issues? Oh, you go, and she's like, oh, you go to me, you tell me. And then she remembered that she told me that she was gonna fix it. And then she apologized, but she's seen that I still took ownership of it, you know, because especially when you're dealing with people who are like your superiors, very rarely, like even parents included, very rarely are your superiors going to admit that they're wrong, even if you're right, you know, even if they're dead wrong, it doesn't matter. They're not going to admit it, and it's never going to work out in your favor if you try to push the buck or tell them that they're wrong. So that has really helped me in the workplace. That's the only time I really have to deal with difficult people, is when I'm at work, you know. But if I take extreme ownership of someone's problem, you know, and I'm like, here's the solution, and I make sure they have a good understanding of how to fix the problem, or where my issue might have been. It might have been like a critique of me, you know, and I make sure I take like constructive criticism, which takes practice, and it's not the best, not the funnest thing to do, you know, to be looking at your weaknesses. But you know, you gotta notice them, man. You gotta work on them. It's like with my legs, bro. Like upper body was looking great, but them calves were like non-existent, like them Bambi legs, you feel me? So, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. But that's what we're here for. That's how I apply Jocko Wilink's extreme ownership. It has helped me. He has a book called The Dichotomy of Leadership. I definitely want to check out. Right now I'm testing, you know, these new wireless mics, so if it's kind of windy. But yeah, man, it could definitely help you. You following his channels could definitely help you in life. I could share the link if you guys are interested. And yeah, he's like this Navy SEAL guy. He's like this white dude, but he's like a military Navy SEAL guy. But his show's awesome. It's him and this dude Echo, who's like, I think he might be Latino. Yeah, I think he might Hispanic. I don't know what the correct term is. Sorry if I offend anybody, but yeah, they're both cool dudes, man. And they just tell you how to get through life. And they've been through extreme combat situations, and they go through like old journal diaries of like fallen soldiers and military leaders during like the toughest of times, when like our wars were running rampant, like World War I, World War II. There are all these military diaries and people's point of view and their strategy, and you can see all the current events from a soldier's point of view. And they are really good at looking at the leadership and the actions held by like the generals, the sergeants. So it just gives you like a lot more perspective, because military people are the best reason to hire for a reason, because they whatever task you give them, they're really good at executing and following directions and being very time conscious. And that could be really helpful and beneficial inside your life, especially at work, you know, because at work, no one likes projects being behind, people coming in late, you know. Me personally, if I owned a business, I would hire strictly veterans only if I could, you know. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. That's how I apply Jocko Wilink's extreme ownership. It's helpful in other situations as well, but some people might think you're a weirdo if you're like, you spilt milk, I should have prevented you from spilling that milk. You know, it's not applicable in all everyday situations, you know. But at work, in the gym, anything that takes focus, where you just really don't want to look bad, you know. That's one of the best parts, is that you can can save face when things go wrong when you take responsibility of everything. Not only does it bring you more pressure and it causes you to increase your performance and your communication, because if you say that, people are going to take that personally as if this is their fault, which is one of the best parts about doing that, because they feel more obligated to help or do what they're supposed to do in the first place if you take responsibility for their failures or for their shortcomings. This is not I guess it is some type of sick mind game, but you know, I think it works. It's effective. But yeah, Jocko Wilink's channel is dope, man. Let me know what you guys think. Have a good day. I'm out. Peace.